When my partner proposed to me, we went to a restaurant up in Palm Beach, and it was very intimate, just him and I, no one else around, and he just got down on one knee, asked me if I'd make him the happiest man in the world, and I said yes. I'm very excited for the next chapter of our life together. So when I was researching in the early stages, looking for a dress, I was looking for somebody who would be able to custom make something for me rather than buy something off the shelf. So something that was going to be a really intimate experience, one-on-one, and I could get exactly what I was after. So my experience with other places, it was a little bit more commercial. So you would sort of go in, you would pick what was off the rack, put it on yourself, and then sort of stand in front of a mirror, and that was sort of the extent of it. So it was a little bit more impersonal and a little bit more, if you didn't find the exact dress that you liked in those types of shops, well, you would sort of have to move on to the next. They didn't have room for customization or to have a more personal experience. So I came across Helen just through Google. I read her reviews, I watched her videos online, I looked at her social media pages, and then I put an inquiry. She called me the next day, which was amazing because not a lot of people do, and we chatted over the phone. It was a really, I felt like I was the only client she had. She gave me so much of her time, which I was so thankful for, and then we set an appointment and I came in. So my first appointment with Helen, my mum and I came in. We tried on a variety of dresses to get an understanding of different shapes, different silhouettes, and fabrics as well, which I had no idea was even a thing. And then we settled on what we the dress that we wanted to, I guess, build on top of, and then we just went from there. And it was a really intimate experience. It was really informative as well. It touched on a lot of things that I didn't even know were things, and that was our first experience, our first appointment with Helen. We did end up finding my gown on our first experience with Helen, which was amazing, and from that moment I never second guessed it. I absolutely knew with my whole heart that that was the dress for me. So the next appointment that we had from there, we did all the fittings, all the measurements, we finalised everything. Helen did the hand draping on the dress as well, so we could really get an idea and a visual of how it would actually look, and that was our second experience. The most important thing that I took away from Helen, or my experience with Helen overall, was that it was so personal. It was just so intimate. She had all the time in the world for me. She made me feel like I was the only bride here, the only dress that she was making. Nothing is too hard, nothing can't be done, and she's such a perfectionist in the best way possible, that I knew that I was definitely in the best hands, that this dress was going to turn out perfectly. Only thing I would change about my bridal shopping is that I would have just come to Helen first and not wasted my time with any other shops. The reason being is the experience was so personal, and she has such a great range and a variety here. I didn't feel like I missed out on seeing anything else. I got to try on everything. I tried on a big ball gown. I got that out of my system. I didn't need to see that or explore that path any further. And then from there, we just picked the gown that we were going to go with, and we built on it from there. I can't thank you enough. I have had the best experience. You have made me feel so beautiful and so blessed that I found you, and I could not recommend you highly enough.